Hello. Hi, everyone. I want to give a quick shout out to the other 6 companies here from New Orleans, let everybody know that the entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well down there. Start out with the genesis of this idea. I spent 4 years working in business development in high-level, leading-edge invoice solutions, and basically felt that the mobile aspect of it was not being properly addressed. We set out basically to develop an easier way to manage businesses on the go for businesses of all sizes. What we created was a fully integrated, cloud-powered business management tool with a consistent user interface on all mobile operating systems. So basically, using just InvoiceASAP in the back end, you can completely manage your entire business. That wasn't enough for us. What we wanted to do was make it a solution that was the lowest common denominator and fully integrated with as many accounting platforms as possible and integrated with the leading B2B platforms. So at launch, which is essentially right now for beta, we'll be fully integrated with QuickBooks, QuickBooks Online, and Xero. And our integrations with Soho OS, Xero, and TradeShift will reach about 300,000 companies. With that, what I want to do is just kind of walk you guys through what the user interface looks like and basically create an invoice online live so you can see the result and how it works. Basically, if you're just using this as a standalone app, you can enter and manage all of your companies. If you're integrated with accounting or one of the B2B platforms, you're going to be pulling that from the cloud. So if we go in and we just want to create an invoice, let's say that we will choose AOL, and we'll go ahead and select our items. And these are items that are in your inventory. Whoops. We'll go ahead and sell them 6 things of concrete. Go ahead and give them some, oh, sorry guys, some consulting services. 60 of those. So you can see that we display these line items. We can choose our tax rate. And then I want to show you what I think is a real standout feature and a real differentiator. One of the problems that I noticed over the last several years is a lack of documentation, not just in normal invoicing, but in mobile invoicing. And so basically, we added the features of picture, audio file, so you can record a greeting for the user's customer, thank them for doing business, or give them important information. Geotag it. But in this case, really the most valuable is the ability to attach a picture. So if you want to prove that you've dropped off the delivery, or that, for instance, that you really did have 5 of your team members out there doing the work, you can now do that. When you save this, it instantly jumps to our cloud, archives all the data, and if it's connected to another platform, it will write it. And it's very, very fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this invoice. It's going to create and send a URL back to the device, and that URL can be viewed immediately, and it can be emailed to your customer. So don't blink. It's done. All right, so we've got this right here. It's live. Here's the URL. Now, we tried very hard to get the media attachments and the payment functionality in by the show, and we just missed it. So this week, the media attachments will display with the invoice. The idea is that that will cause the invoice to be either approved or paid faster, and that there will be a payment button in here as well. So our pricing model is, our business model is very, very easy to understand. The app itself is free. You can send unlimited invoices and sales estimates. To activate the data storage and enable payment, we ask $7 a month per user. And to attach to accounting or to another B2B platform, it's $10. Just want to talk about one more thing. We've made this enterprise ready. And the basic idea is that businesses may use this in different ways. It may be used for estimates, it may be used for receipts, but in an enterprise situation, you're really talking about an OMS or an order management system. And so we're basically ready for that with sales orders. Okay? That's InvoiceASAP.
Thank you, InvoiceASAP. Let's jump straight into the judging. No, go ahead. Yeah,
all right.
We'll go left to right.
So your target market, I have a couple of small questions. Your target market is?
Well, initially we see it as SMB. You know, it could be just the single guy that just wants to use this, because we have a back end with full-blown business analytics. So you can basically go in and see the invoices you have, what's been paid, what hasn't, how many days to pay, et cetera. We've already started reaching out to some bigger enterprise clients, because we really see this as a way for your people in the field to just be carrying around a device and be able to essentially, you know, you've got 30 plumbing trucks, you've got medical sales, you've got whatever it is, and they've basically got the inventory live. So whatever ERP integration, we're standing ready for that.
So my question was going to be, assumption was it was going to be small and mid-sized business, your sole proprietor, sort of that type of thing, and it makes a lot of sense for that. How do you distribute it? So the hardest thing is getting these guys to give a shit about
Right.
So how do you make that happen?
The business development deals that we have, we've got a partnership with Soho OS right now, and they just cracked 100,000 users a couple days ago. They're going up about 1,400 a day. We also provide accounting connectors that are proprietary for Soho, so that read and write from the platform down to accounting. That's a separate product. We have an integration with TradeShift, and we have an integration with Xero. And so this will be available as an add-on via those platforms. It'll hit about 300,000 right off the get-go. We're talking to some other people. I can't really let you know about that right now, but people are watching closely.
Did I just tell me? Did I hear 1,400 a day through a single partnership, paying $7 per month?
Well, Soho is growing at a rate of 1,400 a day right now for their user base.
Right.
When this integration is complete with them, it's going to be marketed, both the accounting connectors and the mobile, as an add-on service to Soho. So you can, it's a mobile extension. Soho has their own mobile, but this is just going to be for invoicing. As far as our marketing plan for the app itself, heavily affiliate marketed. It's a low-cost conversion from between $7 and $10. And so PPC, SEO, SEM.
All right, I want to move on. Sandra?
Just a related question to distribution, since I think that is the hardest issue with these small businesses. Have you thought about integrating this with other mobile services like payments and so forth?
Sure, yeah. We're already looking at POS solutions right now, and we've got a couple APIs that we're looking at. And the idea there is that we want to give our partners a POS. So now a Soho user can pull an invoice down from Soho, or you know, the other integrations that we have, like a Xero user can pull an invoice out, or a QuickBooks user can pull an invoice out, and it's an alternative to Intuit GoPay, and be able to swipe it, mark it paid in their system. So yeah, that's something that we're pretty hot on.
Greg?
What are the advantages to making invoicing mobile?
Sure, yeah, so it's sort of the same idea as being able to make payments mobile. But if you've got, you know, imagine, if you will, the easiest way to describe the target market is to say anyone who's a contractor on Angie's List. So that should bring up, you know, anyone who's mobile, any plumber, any landscaper, any tree service, any massage, you know, therapist, any repair, electrician, anything like that. And to be able to quite literally make an estimate is another value here. To be able to make an estimate and say, look how broken it is. Here's a picture. Approve it. You know, and then, we did the work on the spot. Instead of having to go back to my laptop or my office, I can, you know, right on the spot do the invoice, etc.
Stop.
Yeah, two short questions. So I don't know much about your space, but I'd love to know who your competitors are in this. And then is the second part, is the photo thing unique? Is that your distinctive?
We're the first. I mean, we don't think it can be patented because it won't survive the obviousness test, I believe is how it was told to me. The short answer is when you do a search for mobile invoicing, you get a bunch of hits. Okay? None of the solutions really work all the way through. The first thing most people come to me with is, you must be a competitor to FreshBooks. Right? And so what I come back with is, oh, well, you know, they're great in the invoicing platform, but when you look at their open source solution, they've got 5 different mobile apps that do 4 different things on 3 different platforms. And the idea that we have is, we want, if you've got multi-user environment, we want it to be such that I can teach you on your Android how to use it using my iPhone. and it needs to be solid and it with solid usage across all those UIs. And that really isn't there. So you have the push into web-based invoicing is finally happening. Look at TradeShift, look at Soho, look at FreshBooks, look at Harvest. This is happening. The natural extension is a solution that takes it mobile. So you may have people that are mobile, you may have people that aren't, and then they can still use this.
Beth, 30 seconds.
What makes you think one of them aren't going to create the same application?
They certainly could go out and create something that was flat across the platform, but what we're getting as a response is, this is great, you've got it figured out, partner with us. And that's happening. I mean, in the 8 years I've been in business development, I've never been able to get traction like this, where I make an intro call and I'm talking to founders.
Okay, we're out of time. That's InvoiceASAP.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, well, that's it for this session. We're going to take a very, very short break because, as always,